Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is $2, and if you're new, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when the next video drops. All right, guys, so today we are going to do number 3 rapper of our Rapper Hood Tour series, where I tour local Philadelphia rappers' neighborhoods that they grew up in, so that you guys, the viewer and the fans, can get an idea of what type of atmosphere and environment they had to face. So currently we are going to be doing DramaB2R's neighborhood. We're in North Philadelphia, the north side. Right now we are in the West Kensington area, but we're working our way to the Fair Hill section of the city. We are now on Palethorpe Street. Now, for those of you who don't know, DramaB2R, I'm not sure if he is currently under a label, but I know about 3 years ago, he was making some noise. He was making some noise in the city. He was doing pretty good with the numbers and everything. Personally, I like his music. I don't listen to a lot of artists' music, so if I like your music and I support your music, that means something, because I kind of have a fresh ear for new music. I turn off the radio and I like to listen to like local and independent artists, and you know, it's really hard for me to get in tune with somebody. And upon hearing this gentleman's music, I could really vibe with it. I like the sound to it. I like the energy to it. It comes from his heart. The subject matter, he touches base on some real good subject matter. So we are going to do this guy today, as far as show you guys his old neighborhood. I don't know if he still resides here. I know I see him often. I've actually met this guy. Even in person, his energy is real cool. He has real cool energy. Crossed paths with him on several occasions. Shook hands. He's a cool dude. Right now we are going down to Lehigh Avenue. We're on the 2600 block of Palethorpe. Now, since we're in the north side, he pretty much travels all over. So where I show you today isn't his only area. I'm sure he got other hoods that he hangs at, but I'm gonna show you one of the spots he's most known for, and any areas that are related to him. I'll, you know, tell some stories or whatever. I know he shot a music video around here. He did shoot several music videos around here, but most recently he shot one, I believe last year. Shout out to Drew, my homie Drew. Shot his music video, and that did pretty well. It was basically on the Drake beat. Like, he did his own remix. It's called the DRAMAMIX, and it sounds good. It sounds real good, and the numbers were pretty well. Music video was shot in his neighborhood, but I'll show you 3 music video locations that I know for sure are literally blocks away from the block that he used to chill on. We're on 2nd and Lehigh Avenue. You guys see on my left hand side, we got the McDonald's, we got the Checkers. Right behind both of those, we got a Wendy's. On my right hand side, we got the Luke Oil, we got Plaza Americana. We are now passing American and Lehigh. Right ahead on my left, we got a Jerusalem Furniture Outlet on my right. That's actually new. They used to be a charter school for many years, and they recently sold off the building and they built that furniture spot. We have a Popeyes on my left. That Popeyes used to be, I believe, a Churchy's Chicken back in the day. On my right hand side, we're on 4th and Lehigh. We have Julio de Burgos Bilingual Middle Magnet School. That's the new one. They built that probably, like, I don't know, maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago. But I know that I graduated from the original Julio de Burgos on 8th and Lehigh, but that got knocked down. All right, so we are now making a left down 4th Street, passing Timothy Academy. Now I'm 100% sure homeboy, you know, chill over here. You know, he got people all throughout this neighborhood. Like, these are the streets that he walks. This is his hood. And the thing that I like about him is even when he was buzzing and he was reaching like a peak of his notoriety, he was still in the hood. Like, you could still, you know, walk around and like see him with his peoples, which was cool. You know what I mean? All right, so we're on 4th and Huntington. We're gonna make a right on Huntington Street. Or Huntington Street. On my right hand side, that park is called Fairhill Square. We're passing the 2500 block of Lithgow. We are now approaching the intersection of Huntington and Lawrence. You guys remember the story I told you about the Alberto grocery store right here? It used to be my pop spot back in the day, the family spot. We owned a couple things around here in the family. Well, this is actually one of the blocks that I actually got to meet him in person. I think this was our first interaction. He bought a bike off my brother. I don't even think that he knew that it was my brother that sold him that bike. But I remember I was out here chilling with my homie NR. Shout out to NR, Nick. His name is Nick. And he actually know Drama too. And Drama pulled up on the bike and he said what's up to NR, and he said what's up to me, and then he was talking to me about the bike. And I just loved his whole demeanor. Like, he was humble. Like, you could feel the humble energy. Like, there was a humble nature in him. And I tend to gravitate towards people who have that humble nature in them. We just passed the 2500 block of Lawrence. Now, this block coming up, this is the block, to my knowledge, that he grew up on, that he used to trap on. He, our homies around this way. He even shot a music video at the corner store that's coming up on my right hand side. Now, I knew some lady and her sister Rosa on my left hand side. I don't know whatever happened to them. I know Lisa, which was Rosa's sister, was with my uncle that passed away. I just had an uncle that recently passed away. Well, I used to come to this block when I was a kid, but not knowing that, I guess this was the block that he used to hang at. And on my left-hand side, I had another homie named Ulysses that I was in school with, in elementary school. Come to find out that this is the block that Drama grew up on. We're at the intersection of Lawrence and York. He shot a music video right here at this corner store that we just passed on my right-hand side. It was one of his earlier music videos. It had some scribble on it, like the scribble effect. It's a pretty cool song. He's one of the very few artists, and I mean very few, that I can like go to his SoundCloud and allow the music to play back to back. You know how sometimes like you buy an album and you only like 2 or 3 songs of the album? Nah, like I could play literally his whole playlist and just be chilling. We're on the 2300 block of Lawrence. I know this morning alone, I think I woke up like 3 a.m., right? And then I had one of his melodies in my head. And I was just like saying it in my head. I'm like, this joint bang, like it's a banger. Like, let me see if I can hum the melody for you. Let me see. I used to never want to die. I used to want to live forever. But now I got some brothers in the sky. I can't wait to get together. Like, that's one of the lines, and I found that song so powerful because what he's saying there, you know, he lost one of his homies. His homie's name is Fats. I hear about him often, and I can relate, you know, because I lost a lot of friends and family to gun violence, and most recently, 2 years ago, I lost my best friend, which made me change my whole brand, you know, to Beyond the Sky Media, because I was originally Tunography Entertainment. And when he says those lines, I never used to want to die, I used to want to live forever, but now I got, you know, homies are bros in the sky, I can't wait to get together. That's so powerful. Like, that strikes my heart, because it's like, think about what he's saying. Like, back then, like when you were a kid, like you don't think about none of that. We're on Susquehanna and Orkney. When you're a kid, you don't think about none of that. You know, you're afraid to die. You know, you want to live forever because you're scared of death. But since you got some of your loved ones that left you, now you have something to look forward to when you reach the other side. That hurts. And that's what I woke up to this morning. It was in my head. It was like I opened my eyes and it's like I heard his voice. We're on 5th and Susquehanna. A lot of his music, you know, touches home. From his relationship music, it sounds like he had a lot of girls that did him wrong in his life, to like homies, you know, turning on you and being snakes and like all types of stuff. And he ain't big, like he's not, you know, worldwide known. He's not a household name yet, but he has so much raw potential. So much potential, man. We're passing 5th and Dolphin. 5th and Dolphin Street. We're on the 2300 block of 5th Street. On my left-hand side, we have a handball court here. It's not a real handball court, but for the last 25 years, it's been serving the community as a handball court. They keep it gated up and all. I used to play there when I was a kid, in tournaments and all. We're gonna make a left here on 5th and York, passing Happy Garden Chinese food. Now, coming up is a corner I saw them at often. I'm straight up like a supporter. Like, this is the type of supporter I am. I ride by, and I had his music on one time, and I saw him out here, and I had to stop, and I had to like, yo, bro. Like, I had to give him, like, show him my phone. Like, bro, I got you on right now, my G. You know what I mean? This is the corner that he be on. He got mad homies out here. He got mad homies. And he be out here. And this is a popping corner. Like, this is a corner that's known in the city. I mean, shootings and it be a lot of homies, man. A lot of goons out here. And it's dope. You know what I mean? It's dope because he's really blocks away from me. You know what I mean? Like, he grew up blocks away from me, which is cool that, you know what I mean? That he came from the same environment that I did, and you know, he's doing something with his pain. You know, he's trying to vent his pain constructively. We're gonna make this left down 6th Street. Again, one time I saw him here on 6th Street, and you know, I saw him every couple months or whatever. I saw him on 6th Street, and he was walking with a couple homies. And I drove by and I saw him, and I was playing his music and I saw him, and I was gonna keep on going, but I was like, nah, you know what, let me stop and let me show him some love, because sometimes this can be uplifting for an artist. So I had stopped, I like reversed like 4 feet, I jumped out, I said, yo, bro, I mess with your music, bro. And he just looked at like, you know what I mean, like he appreciated it. He said, thanks, bro, and all that, and I just bounced. You know, I didn't have to do that. We're passing Cadwallader Street. I didn't have to do that, but I thought it was cool to acknowledge him, just so that, you know, that he can know, like, you know, there's some people that's actually listening to the music. There's some people that's actually supporting with no benefit. You know, I don't reap any you know, fruits of, you know, supporting him. You know, it's just a local supporting him. Remember my last video, I don't know if you guys seen, when I was talking about Bride Grada. I explained how I want to see everybody in my city win, and it's like when you're winning, I feel like I'm winning. It's like a sports team winning. So seeing Drama win, and Drama actually, that block that I told you that he grew up on, is like a block away from my elementary school. So low key, like, we've been around each other for so long, but didn't know of each other, and it's crazy. It's like a small world sometimes. So we're on Diamond, on Germantown and Diamond Street. We're gonna make a left right here on 5th Street. But a lot of the times that I literally call him in person, like myself, he's usually walking and like chilling, and he comfortably moves around his hood. There's not too many musicians that can actually say that they can comfortably walk around their hood without there being any type of like riffraff or rah-rah connected to it, you know what I mean? He's a young guy. I don't know his age. I don't know if he's older than me or if he's younger than me. As far as his nationality, his ethnicity, I don't know his actual ethnicity, I'm assuming he's some type of Hispanic, but I believe he might be mixed. He might be mixed with African American descent, you know, but I don't know his actual race. I think I might know one of his, somebody told me that was his brother, but it's some African American bull that we used to know from Hancock and Canberra. Well, he's not from Hancock and Canberra, but he used to come by and sell like socks, like all types of like stuff from his book bag. Like, he was a real cool dude. And my homie said, yo bro, you know that's Drama's brother, right? I'm like, where? Like, I didn't even know, because they don't look alike. But then again, you know what I mean, you never really know that could be his family, you know what I mean? If he's mixed, you know, it could be like his pop's kid or something. All right, we're gonna make a right on Fairhill Street. We're on Fairhill and Susquehanna. On my right hand side, there used to be tons and tons of classic cars here. I actually shot a music video here, right here on this corner. Found them classic cars. Shout out to the homie One John. We're passing the 2200 block of Fairhill Street. We are now passing Fairhill and Dolphin Street. We are currently on the 2300 block of Fairhill Street, and we just passed that Stingray for all you classic car enthusiasts. We got this vet on my left for anybody who likes vets. And this corner on my right is that corner I was talking about where him and all his homies be out here. There was actually a limousine out here that I believe he used for one of his music videos. I'll take you to that site in a little bit. I think one of his homies literally had their own limo, and I don't know if he rented it or they hooked them up or something, but that limo came out in his music video. And it used to be parked out here. I don't know what they did with it. It's funny because I believe we even actually exchanged like DMs before. We like briefly chatted, you know, after, you know, talking several times, we briefly chatted, and he wanted to do like a video, but he told me to like pull up. He's like, yo, bro, pull up. And for those of you who don't know, like, kind of somewhat of like an introvert, and I'm not trying to really be on a corner with like 50 dudes that I'm not completely affiliated with. So we never really scheduled a business meeting, but yeah, the option was there. It goes to show, and that was over a year and a half ago. So, you know, if I was really like, you know, what do you call that? Like somebody who's trying to capitalize off of him, I would have like, once he said, yo, bro, come over so we could talk music videos, I would have flew over. But no, I said, you know, if it's meant to be, you know, in the future, we'll collaborate. God works in mysterious ways. He got a lot of nice music videos, though. He got a lot of nice music videos. And they're all shot locally, which is cool. I'm the type of person that, since I'm from Philly, a lot of the time, I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but a good percentage of the time, once I see the music video location in the background, I see details, I already know where the music video was shot at. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess that's what happens when you're a lifelong resident of the city. You can notice certain areas and, you know, the different geographical locations. You know what neighborhood looks like what. Alright, we are now on the 2600 block of Fairhill and Lehigh. We are going to make a right. Now I'm only showing you a small piece of his neighborhood. Philly is pretty big. You got north, south, west, you know, southwest, west, northeast, north, center city. You know, you got kind of like the east side, like Richmond area and all that. I guarantee you he's been throughout the whole city, so I'm not trying to confine him to this one area. I don't want none of the new viewers to be like, but he don't only be around there. No, I understand that. We just passed Reese Street. We are now passing 5th and Lehigh. And this is all 2-3 blocks away from that one block that I was talking about. The block that he grew up on. Something else interesting about his music is he talks about, like, I believe how he got kicked out, or like how he was like out on the street, and how he was like, he wasn't sleeping home, you know. And yeah, I think he mentioned being in like cold nights and all that, and I can relate. Cold nights indeed. The way he harmonizes, I don't know if it's auto-tuned. I don't know, it doesn't sound auto-tuned. I don't know if his engineer tweaks his voice a little bit, like the producer, but man, it sounds good. Okay, we're on American and Lehigh. We're gonna make a right here. We're gonna pass another music video location that if you go to his page and you look at his music videos, you'll see that the DRAMAMIX was shot on this block. I'm gonna show you. We're passing Rite Aid on my right hand side, and we have the Wendy's that I was talking about on my left hand side. Passing Colmar on my right hand side. We're on the 2600 block of American Street. We're passing Hazard Street. We actually just passed Huntington, and I never mentioned it. We're now passing Sargent Street, or Surgeon Street. The snow makes it a little bit bumpy because it's slushy and then it freezes up, and when you ride over it, it's almost like riding over gravel or rocks. On my right hand side, we got the 39 bus stop and the 57 bus stop. You can actually catch the bus on this road and go to South Philly to the movie theaters. Well, it's closed down now, but you could have watched, you know, movies, and then you can take it northbound and go uptown. This lot on my right hand side is where he shot that DRAMAMIX video at. The homie Drew, that's another person. Drew, he's a YouTuber, director, and content creator. Drew is an awesome rapper also. But Drew also does video production. Drew actually won my giveaway. Once I had a giveaway, and he won a steady rig that I had gave him, a shoulder rig. He won the giveaway. So I'm not sure if he used that tool to shoot Drama's video, but that's where he shot the video at. And the video did pretty good. All right, we're on York and American Street. I'm going to make a right here. I'm driving up York. Passing Bodine Street. All right, we're now at 3rd and York. Okay, let's make a right here. We're gonna come back around so I can show you another location where he shot a music video at. But you guys are seeing it on a snowy day, but in the summer, this neighborhood is pretty active. It's a mixed ethnic neighborhood, so there's people of all races that live in this neighborhood. This block right here is empty right now, but as you can see, like on the right hand side, we passed the brand new home, And you see now it's gated. You see how the left-hand side and the right-hand side is gated? I give it less than 3-4 years, and there's gonna be 2 complete strips of row homes, brand new. They're starting to gentrify this area as well. We are on 3rd and Cumberland Street. We're passing Nelson's Playground on my left-hand side. That's a pretty popular spot in the summer for basketball. They just actually did that whole Play World gym set right there. That's all new. Nelson Playground. This neighborhood over here is pretty tight-knit. Hey, classic car enthusiasts, look at that Caprice. Woo! That classic Caprice was spicy with the white wall tires. That thing was fire. Woo! All right, guys. So we are now on 3rd and Huntington Street. Now, on my left-hand side, if you're familiar with this area, you can definitely pick up some herbals in this neighborhood, and I'm more than sure my homie Drama came through here to pick up some herbals. There's a couple spots in the hood. If he don't do it anymore now, as far as maybe he might have his own connect. I know back in the day, before getting the connect, you know, sometimes you got to travel to the hood spots. All right, we are now on 3rd and Lehigh. We're gonna make a left. There goes that Jerusalem furniture that you guys just saw. And rather than making the first left, like we made on 4th Street, we're gonna make the second left on Lawrence. This avenue right here that we're on, back in the day, I say back in the day as of like maybe 3 years ago and before 3 years ago, so like, you know, the last 2-3 decades been pretty popular, but this will be a main avenue that they will like close off for the Puerto Rican parade, the Puerto Rican Day parade, and for like 3 or 4 entire blocks of Lehigh, they would close off this whole area, and you would see flags as far as the eye can see, police flags. You'll see everything. People walking all through the streets. Like, these blocks would be off limits. Like, you would not be able to drive through it because there's people walking all through the middle of the street. But I say back in the day because they don't really hold those events anymore. Like, the last 2-3 Puerto Rican parades have been really blah. Like, nobody's really been coming out like they used to. They used to get wild in Philly. On my right-hand side, we got those Lehigh Apartments. This once was St. Christopher's Children's Hospital, and then now it's apartments. So we're gonna make a right at this corner on Lawrence and Huntington. That's that store right there that you could pretty much say that I was born in. And this restaurant on my right was my family's restaurant, and that beer deli on the left was my other family's beer spot. And I actually, on the right-hand side, when I was a kid in that restaurant, I used to hang there a lot. And my pop used to manage a Spanish band, like a salsa band, like a group. And I remember sometimes when the drummer was absent, I would fill in, and boy, did I used to beat those drums. Yo, I swore I knew what I was doing, but I mean, I could stay on beat, but that was back when I was a kid. Now, if I grab a drum set, I'm probably not gonna know none of the fundamentals. But on the same note, it was cool to experience it, playing with a live band. But obviously, they were much older than me. You know, they were adults. I was probably, when I used to go to that restaurant, like 13, 12, 13, 14, yeah. I used to hang out there because it was a family business. So I used to sometimes be like on the 2nd floor, the 3rd floor. My family still owns that too. All right, so we're on Orkney. I got family that lives right there on that block. And that block's behind Drama's block. And I got family for many years, for the last friggin' probably 30 plus years. Matter of fact, let's go straight. Since I was born, I have family that live on this block. Actually, remember I did a story on my channel about how I didn't have grandparents? I told you guys I didn't have no grandparents in my life. Like, I don't know what that experience is like. Well, when I met my mom's pop before he passed away, like I met him 6 months before he passed away when I was like in my 20s. He was at this house, and this is the house that I had met him at. On my left-hand side, I got family that lives here. I'm not gonna say their exact house, but this is their block, a couple family members. Yeah, this is the block that, and ever since I was a kid, I used to come here. So again, there goes that like eerie connection, just being, you know, within a block or two radius, not knowing that I was gonna become a cinematographer, director, and editor. He was gonna become a musician. We didn't know each other existed. You understand? Right now, driving through the snowy blocks is almost like as bad as driving through potholes, because the snow is so uneven. And as you can see, like the plow didn't really come through this area. They didn't really, you know, the salt, they didn't really do much salting or none of that. It's gonna take a couple days of sun for this to actually all melt out. I believe we got like a foot of snow, maybe a little less. We got some rain too. It was frozen rain. You guys see this block on my left and my right, completely empty lots. Well, the city will take over those. Realtors will come in, invest, and then we'll come through this block in 5 years, and it'll be a fully habitated area. Right now, it looks like a desolate middle of nowhere. You know, look at these garages on my left. But that's the thing, like, that's what we grew up in. This is what we grew up in. Like, we grew up with graffiti around us. We grew up with trash around us. We grew up, like, it's hard to explain because I can't speak for him, but I can speak for me, being only blocks away. This is the same atmosphere. When I was a kid, I came through here all the time. Like when my pop used to rock systems, and, you know, he used to have rims on the car and systems. My pop would drive me through these neighborhoods and bump music. That's kind of how now as an adult, we're in Lawrence and Dolphin. That's how now as an adult, that's why I bump music, and that's why I built the same car to tribute my pop, because my pop kind of got me started with that lifestyle, and we was always around, bro. This is another spot where he shot another music video. I think it's one of the recent ones. We're on Lithgow and Dolphin. This block right here in front of us, you see that field? This used to go straight through back in the day. Dolphin used to cross over. But this is my elementary school on the left-hand side. I went to this elementary school back in the day. It's called John Welsh Elementary School. And once that school took over Dolphin, and they took over that little lot, there used to be like a parking lot for teachers here. They closed Dolphin Street and built the field. On my left-hand side, we actually passed the house where, when I was in this elementary school, it was a fire and the kid and his family passed away. All right, guys, you see that basketball court right there? You see that court and this whole basketball thing next to John Welsh? He just shot a music video here recently. Yeah, he just shot a music video here. And he happens to know a few people that I know too, so it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. You know how they say it's a small world? It's absolutely a small world indeed. We are now on the 2400 block of Lisco, passing the intersection of Lithgow and York Street. We have an old church on my right hand side. Again, this is another block on the opposite side of his block, and I used to keep my car stored here on my left hand side. One of my cars right here, and this, well, I'm not gonna tell the house, but shout out to my homie Nilo, my brother from another mother, Nilo and Andy. I used to keep my car parked on this block for a couple years too, because they own a house here. So, yeah, you know, you could pass by somebody for so long and not know that they exist for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know he existed to probably, like I said, like 3 years ago. I think like shortly after one of his hits came out, YouTube started recommending me his his music. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. I think there's a song that he did called Wasn't Right. Oh, man. I left my a long time ago. I had a dream about the other night. That job fire. Wasn't right. That song is fire. It's a good song, man. That was like one of my favorite songs, but that's one of his oldest ones too. But it sounds timeless. It's like, you know what I mean? And I guess it depends on your taste in music. It depends on your personal preference, because depending on the tonality you like, you might not like his music. You know how some people like deep artists, some people like squeaky artists, some people like middle range artists, some people like, auto-tune artists, some people like drill style artists. People got different tastes and personal preferences. That's fine. I've always gravitated towards like the more higher pitched artists, almost like, how A Boogie, Weezy was cool. Like people with like their high pitch, like Bright Greater, actually, even though he's not in my era, like I actually liked his tonality and his delivery. So when I heard drama isn't necessarily squeaky, or not squeaky, but high pitch. But his music comes from his stomach. Like it's almost like he's singing his rap. It's hard to explain, yo. But he like got a crazy melody. Alright, we are now crossing Lawrence Street once again, but this time we're gonna take it out one more block past my family's restaurant. Yeah, this is a huge restaurant right here on the right hand side. Let me tell you a story about it. My pop's cousin, it's my second cousin that owns this, rented it out probably like 10, 11 years ago. And right there at that corner, let me not even reach the corner. This was once a Dominican restaurant, because my cousin rented it out to some Dominicans. So they did a little Dominican restaurant there, right? I think they were doing like some type of event. I don't know what type. It was like a party, a Sweet 16, something, because they rented it like a hall. Anyway, there was a gentleman that walked in and shot the dude that was in there and killed him inside the restaurant and just, I guess, ran out. Yeah, this is back when I was younger, like the late 2000s. I think it was like the late 2000s, 2008, 2009. I think that's when that happened. And in this spot on my left, y'all heard me say, I think once before on one of my other tours, this was our family's spot too, Chung. So, Nilda and Chung. And we got other roots around here too, because my pop used to run a cheesesteak and pizza spot. Our cousin Tony, he used to run a cheesesteak and pizza spot on, I believe, 9th and Diamond, if I'm correct. It was a bad hood back in the day, but my pop and his cousin had that corner on Spanish. That's back when my Uncle Jose Mumu was alive, and my Uncle Jose Mumu used to be out there with mad chains, Kango hats, bunch of bracelets, mad rings. Yeah, a lot of memories. Could go on forever. Ouch. Alright guys, we are now passing Cumberland. This block leads up to one of his chill corners, so you put one and one there together. I don't need to keep telling you guys he walked these very streets, but I'm just reminding you because this is what the video is titled. This is what the video is about. That's why I'm not too focused on architecture. I'm not too focused too much on the people that's walking around. All right, I'm on Reese Street. Yeah, only he knows how many times he's crossed this street here. Cause he had to go from right there on Lawrence to here, to right here on Fairhill. You know what I mean? So he had to cross this street probably a million times in his lifetime. I think the last time I seen him was probably like 4 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. I had walked into the Chinos, and once again, he showed me love. Like he wasn't, like he didn't act like brand new, like he didn't know me. Like he's like, what's up, bro? And I kind of feel messed up because he opened up his hand to give me like a shake, but you know, since the whole sickness is going around, I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? I didn't know that he was gonna give me a shake, so I was doing like a dab, like a fist pound, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, and he had his hand open, but I gave him like a fist handshake hug type of thing. Like in the hood, like when you have a male friend, you usually give him like a handshake, and you give him like kind of like a little hug, John, like yo, what's up, dog? You know, you give him a shake, and then you pull him towards you, give him like a little tap. Well, yeah, I made it really awkward, but because I ain't know, I'm like, I don't know how serious he is about, you know, his sanitary health conditions. You know, some people might be like, nah, bro, what you doing? Like, don't shake my hand. Like I ain't like I ain't trying to get sick. So, but yeah, I literally just saw him like 4 months ago. But he looked good, man. Look healthy. Look like, the way I say it is, you got to follow your heart and you got to be happy. So I don't know if he's really pursuing music in the industry as heavy as he was a couple years ago. I don't know. I kind of heard rumor that he was under Jim Jones or something, or I don't know. I don't know anything. I have no knowledge of it. But I think, because I believe he also got a song with Jim Jones too. I believe so. Yep. For those of y'all who don't know who Jim Jones is, Jim Jones, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but Jim Jones was with Dipset back in the day, with Cameron, with Joel Santana and all that. Back when I was a young boy, the Fruity Tooty, Rudy Tooty, Ruby Tuesdays. Cameron, that's how Cameron used. Yo, why Cameron rap like that? Well, that's his own style. But like, he used to be like purple nurple, swirple burple, gurple burple. Yo, his bars was crazy, but we used to listen to it, man. 2200 Lawrence. Cameron was like one of the first rappers that would go like big on wearing purple, pinks. Like he would get like giant pink mink coats and pink everything, or like purple, or like the most strangest colors that you would never expect a male rapper to rock, but he would rock them. And I think he was a basketball player before he had started, so. We are now passing the 2200 block of Lawrence. That's what we're currently on. On my left hand side, y'all see some new houses though. Those were selling for, are you ready? Are you ready? $150,000 for a brand new home, out of the box. Central air, central heats, 10-year tax abatement, and all that good stuff. Watch, I'm gonna go on the block, and you know how I know? Because I was gonna sign for one. I was at the closing. I was gonna do the closing deal, and I just had to bring the rest of the, you know what I mean, to like do to get the key to basically lock everything in for the mortgage. But I changed my mind, man. Didn't feel right, and I'm glad that I did, because that was a very wise decision. But I had literally went through like the whole process, from housing counseling to everything, and I was about to like close. I spent like 1.5 years working on the whole process, and then the last minute something spoke to me in my mind and said, boy, don't you dare. All right, we are on Diamond and Orkney on my left hand side. We are now on Diamond and Lawrence. Now, I know since Drama's from right up the block, and I know a couple times I saw Meek right there on the corner chilling with his homies. So I wonder, in any way, shape, or form, has like Drama ever met Meek? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it probably happened. I'm pretty sure Drama like his music, you know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of people look up to him. So I wonder if they actually formally like met, you know what I mean? Because they only, remember I said that he chilled right behind me, and Drama's located like 2-3 blocks up. And you know who else was around the corner? Petey Crack. And we got a couple other people that was like within walking distance from here, but I'm gonna save, you know, those rappers for different segments. I'm gonna do Uptown, a couple spots in West Philly, because, you know, Philadelphia bred a lot of cool artists over the years. Now we're on Lithgow and Susquehanna. These are those new houses that I was talking about. You see it with like the little side yard and everything. Yep, that was it. Brand new homes. I remember taking a tour. The only thing that I didn't like was that it was like skinny. So when I mean skinny, it's like the inside sheetrock must have been built out like 6-7 inches like away from the frame, and it felt like they were like narrow, because I guess I'm used to a little bit wider row homes. And I remember going in it and like looking through every floor, and it was a new house and all, it was beautiful, but I'm like, this is an extremely narrow row home. Shout out to the homie Aces. That's my homie with Eye to Eye. Yeah. Inputs, Dome, Clem. I see him. See all the graffiti around her. All right, so we're passing John Welsh baseball field once again. On the left-hand side, this is Jose Miller and Sons. Like I said, back in the day, I believe a student that went right here to John Welsh when I was going to John Welsh, and his family, I think there was a fire here and they passed away. But if anybody was in that year of John Welsh with me, let me know. It was like, I believe I graduated John Welsh like in 2000, I think so, yeah. Yeah, they got the dog out. All right, we're gonna make a left at this corner. You guys can get a better look at that corner store where he shot the music video at. So I took you to 3 music video locations. He got over a dozen probably. So obviously we didn't see them all today, but y'all got the idea. York and Lawrence, right there on my right hand side. That was the store that, to my knowledge, he used to trap out. Let's make a right here on 5th Street. If we keep going straight, that's that spot that he used to hang out on Fair Hill. I say used to, but I'm sure that he still be out there. But I get really happy when I see people like that winning, especially people that struggled. It sounds like he struggled, and if he struggled and he made it out, I'm happy for you, dog. Not many people are able to do that. Not many people are able to take their pain and take that energy and invest it into something like an outlet. And his music, you know, has the power to touch someone out there. I know that I think Never Die, I think that's the name of the song. The one that said, I used to never want to die. I used to want to live forever, but now I got some bros in the sky. I can't wait to get together. Oh man, that's so fire. I know I can't sing, y'all. Please don't fry me. I can't rap either, so please don't fry me. That's why I shoot them. I shoot videos. I don't participate in them. We're on the 2500 block of 5th Street. On my right hand side, it's the Providence Center, but wasn't it El Taller Puerto Riqueño? But I think they moved it right here on my left hand side. Boom. But it was on my right hand side, like the original building. It's called the Taller. It's really spelled taller, but when you say it with a Spanish accent, it's like Taller Puertorriqueño, but I don't like to say all the accents because I ain't really got it. Yeah, yep, it says it right there, taller Puertorriqueño, Taller Puertorriqueño, yeah. I'm not good in Spanish, guys. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, we're gonna make a left right here on 5th and Lehigh. 5th and Lehigh. You see those murals right there next to both gas stations? You see how we got a Speedway gas station on my left and we got a Conoco? Not a Sunoco, but a Conoco. We got a Conoco. Y'all see behind them, there's those like ethnic, I would say ethnic because they're like based on the Latino culture. Like the real Borinquen, that's how they say it, from Puerto Rico. Well, that's the Taller Puertorriqueños paintings. Yeah. That's a tough word to say. Tough word. We're passing Reese Street. Dunkin' Donuts on my left-hand side. We know my guy went there to get himself some donuts and some cafe. I don't drink coffee, y'all. That's a fact about Tune that I'll share with y'all. I don't drink coffee. I never liked coffee. I never liked hot liquids. I never liked hot cocoa. Even when I eat ramen noodle soups, when I was like a kid growing up, I would drain the hot liquid. You know, I would like, you know, use the liquid in order to boil it. But once my noodles were boiled, I would drain the liquid. I would leave probably like a tablespoon of liquid. Then I would put the seasoning packet. Then I would kind of like stir fry it for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I would eat them. What? And then I can't have the noodle too soft where it looks like soggy, because then I won't eat it. The noodle has to have some type of density to it, like some type of, you know, texture, some type of thickness. Not raw, but not fully cooked. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah. On my right hand side, we got the library. Lillian Marrero Branch Library. On my left hand side, we have Eddie's Corner. That's been there since I've been going to middle school in this neighborhood. So if he's ever stopped by Eddie's Corner, I would not be shocked. We're turning down 7th Street. Yeah, Eddie's Corner been there forever, ever. And to be honest with you, if you go into Eddie's Corner, it's so empty. Like even when I went there as a kid, like he barely has nothing. Like his joint was empty. I don't know if maybe before my middle school years, if there was a time when his business was thriving and he had the shelves filled. But as far as I remember, you go in there, you got a limited selection. You don't get much options. Now we got a little complex on my left-hand side. I used to have a homie named Timothy from elementary school. Tim, big dude. He used to live in this little project area right here, 7th and Huntington. A lot of people get killed here on this corner. It's like a couple blocks away from where John would be at, like 3 blocks, 2-3 blocks from him. Yeah, a lot of people get shot here. A lot of shootouts and all that stuff. .500 block of 7th Street. We're now at the intersection of 7th and Cumberland. That school right there is Hartranft School. So technically we are in the Hartranft neighborhood, the Hartranft section of the city. I don't know what elementary school he went to. I don't know if he went to John Welsh, I don't know if he went to Hartranft, or I don't know if he just went to a whole different elementary school out of the hood. See, I don't know if he was born on that block. You see? I don't know if that was the block that he was born on and raised, or if he was born like somewhere else. His peoples moved there when he was like 3, 4, 5, and then he grew up there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't have that answer. Only he knows. But yeah. Passing Boston Street, 700 block of Boston. There's like an abandoned school on my right too. I actually did a vlog there like 2 years ago. Try to get in it, try to explore it. When I used to explore abandoned buildings, 7th and York. We're on 7th and York, but they're rehabilitating it now. Like the front end, the cathedral, you see that front cathedral? Yeah, they're working on it. So I don't know if, you see how they got the scaffolds? See, they got scaffolds because they're trying to, I guess, work on the cement. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of gaps. So they probably got to like fill in all those gaps with cement. All right, we're on 8th and York Street. We're going to make a right here. I'm pretty sure he's been all down that way, but we just going to stay within his little perimeter. So you get an idea of like what he had to look at every day. Like if he wanted to leave the neighborhood, if he wanted to come back in the neighborhood, y'all seeing the same exact thing. I think that'll be cool though, you know? Like we got a lot of rappers in Philly and we got fans out there that like those rappers. But a lot of those fans don't understand what their, you know, rapper went through and they only hear it in the music. But I think it'll be cool to see. It's called John F. Hartranft Community School. That's the name. On 8th and Cumberland. I think it'll be pretty cool for people to actually see like the environment, you know what I mean? I ain't get to see none of my favorite rappers' blocks when I was a kid, you know? 801st Street. We got 2 stories on the right, 3 stories on the left. Peep game. We're on 8th and Huntington. And again, come out in the summer, it'd be mad people out here. Not mad, angry people. Mad is just a slang word for a lot of people out here. I'm sorry sometimes that I define myself, because I know I got hood people watching, but then I know I got people like from Italy and from the Netherlands and New Zealand and all different parts of Europe and Russia. I got people watching from all over the world. So if my American people or my Philly people get tired of me breaking stuff down, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to cater to all audiences right now, you know? All right, we're on 8th and Lehigh. 8th and Lehigh. You see the Burger King? I spoke about that before, but remember the Julio de Burgos Bilingual Middle Magnet School that I talked about? I went to for middle school. That's the location. It used to look like a giant castle. Looked like a castle, but they knocked it down. I'm surprised though, because Julio de Burgos was a poet. So that was supposed to be like a historical landmark. They were trying so hard to keep it as like a historical landmark, but I don't know. They ended up, I guess, selling the property. We are passing Darien Street. We're gonna go down 9th and Lehigh. I'm gonna make a left on 9th Street. You see how the churches were in this area back in the day? See how they look like castles? It looks like a castle. The thing is, a lot of those buildings are from the 1800s, some maybe from the 1700s. So what I would like to wrap my mind around is, imagine footage from this neighborhood, right, with those churches, right, but with no row homes next to them, with no homes in the community. Like in the like a lot of these homes were made in the 1900s, right? So with that being said, if the churches are from the 1800s, what was on these blocks before the homes were made? Like, was this like grassy area? Like farmy area, like farmland, like empty, you know, I don't know. That's like, it's like food for thought, man, because that's why I'm documenting the city now, because I feel as though in 100 years it's gonna change dramatically, and I'm gonna leave some archive footage behind so people can enjoy. We're at 9th and Huntington. Tons of shootings on this block, regularly. It doesn't matter what time of the day, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., at the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. A lot of shootings. You'll be sitting there in your car and don't be out there at the wrong time. It's happened several times. I know someone that their vehicle, that I know them personally, that her car's parked over there and they shot up her vehicle. Yep. And not that they shot it up because they were targeting her, but there was a shootout right in front of her house and her car got caught in the crossfire. And we're passing Cadwallader Street. Cadwalader Street. We have Germantown Gas in front of us and Rodriguez Grocery on my left-hand side. And then we have Veterans Playground on my left-hand side with a basketball court. That court be popping. We're making a left down 9th and Cumberland. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude today's small hood tour of Drama's neighborhood. You guys got a chance to see at least 3 locations where he shot music videos at. Y'all saw some of his basic stomping grounds. You know, we didn't cover the whole area that he probably visits, but this gives you a synopsis of what, you know, he had to face growing up. So with that being said, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you can be notified the next time a video is released. Also, when this video ends the stream, please comment, leave a comment below and donate a thumbs up. I would genuinely appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day. This is Tune, tuning out.